Before we start off with today's episode, make sure to check out the Fuku store below and use the discount code for 20% off your entire purchase. Fuku.xyz. Be bold, be you. It is day 2 and my bad hair do, and I'm gonna do a rap even though it sounds like crap. What is up, everybody around the world? Today we're gonna be looking at a new group that is completely new to me, and Cheon, thank you very much for saying it's a new group because I really like looking at new people. For the people who are not looking at my Discord, make sure to do so. The link is down below. We are slowly growing there, and it's always fun to give you guys some feedback and get your feedback as well on certain topics because hey, you are also the professionals. Today, like I said, we're going to be looking at 10 with do, and I'm just going to say, let's get into the video and see what it's all about. I just realized that my intro is going to be with a smaller face because normally I have it full screen. This time I have it small screen. I think it shouldn't be a big problem. I'm just saying, let's start with the video and see what it is already about. I mean, I'm just looking at it right now and I'm already amazed with the water scene. Water sound effects, very nice. It's always nice that when you have water, add some more elements to it, add some, water moving, something to make the what you see more alive. Very important when it comes to what you do. Hit you with that do. I can imagine. Do you think Blackpink could sue them or the entertainment business purely because of the name change? What do you guys think? Do you think this is possible or not? Man, this is awesome though with the water effect. Really nice. So one thing I want to point out again, I normally talk about the heat or the temperature within a video. So, the warm colors and the cold colors. What I think is really amazing about K-pop is really that when they tend to choose different colors, they always make sure that it's on the opposite color of the color grid, aka blue, red, that it has more or less the same color palette because you need to make sure that it still fits with one another. Not all reds fit with blue, for example. Not all blue fit with reds. So, really cool. It's all analyzed. Okay, we see already a lot of face softening going on here. Here you actually have a very clear example on where the face softening is happening. You can see that it's basically masked around his eye, a little bit into his eyebrow, and then not underneath it. So basically his skin should look more or less like what you see here, but instead we see this all softened down, and then on top here again you can see some of that detail. So they didn't mask that or something happened there. I don't know what, but the point is it shouldn't be this hard. I mean, they look like dolls, it's very extreme to the amount of softening they do. I know that they want to do it, they want to make them look perfect, but it's not really pleasant. It just looks way too supernatural. Really cool. Cool little shot. I'm curious, was that one take? Was that, wait, was that one take or not? Okay, here it is. So really cool. You can see again, this is one of those robotic arms. It's all nicely programmed, and I just hit my microphone. I think I should, every time I hit my mic, punish myself because I tend to do it a lot. Either way, really cool shot here with the camera moving with his hand movement. Really nice to see how these robots are just so advanced. They're just so quick compared to the human arm and capabilities. Very nice. This is so far my favorite scene because it's so focused and the colors are really beautiful. You have the cold and then you have the warm colors. Very nice. Nice. One sec, what was that? Like, I don't get, in all honesty, why we see this light source here. Do you guys see it? But more or less in the top corner, you have it a little bit cut out, but there's a light source, this pink source right here. Why is it there? Why could they not just hide it a little bit more? It just seems like it's a little bit, out of balance because everything is black, everything is focused on the square, and then you have this pink dot in the top for no apparent reason. They should have hid it somehow better. A little bit sloppy. Really nice as well. I love natural aspects, flowers, greens. Very nice. Very, very nice. And especially with this metallic, I think it's a metallic box behind it. It just adds a little bit more flavor to it, Very nice. I love the bullet holes here as well. Even though the circles look a little bit too perfect, you know, to be, you know, bullet holes or damaged by bullets. A little bit weird, like maybe they should have maybe roughed it up a little bit because they just look too circular, you know, it looks as if they just drilled with a perfect machine inside of it. Small things like that do make an aesthetic difference. I don't know if these are supposed to be bullet holes, but it's small things like that. They can make a difference, you know. It just looks a little bit too perfect for what it's supposed to be.
Very slow.
Music-wise, actually, it's very interesting. It seems as if it wants to go in like a rap category, but then you have this, I forgot what it's called, but basically when the people make the sound like do 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 do, really, really nice. That is still in the background. It mixes a little bit of classic with modernness and, you know, different styles. And I've never heard of something like this before. Very different, very unique. You know, well done here. I wonder who came up with this design. Very nice. Again, we see a lot of these strings going on these days. I wonder if these agencies, you know, that set this up, I'm wondering if they're all talking to each other because it seems like a big trend so far. Maybe it's because they are a big trend. I cannot say, but it's cool, you know. It's cool to see these kind of these structures, you know, these artworks in the background because it is in some sort of way, you know, whether it was an artist or not, it looks cool, you know. This is something you would see in a museum and I like it. Again with the ropes. Looks a bit weird here, to be honest. Like, if we look at this particular scene, it seems as if they are just not, you know, the movements of the characters or the movements of the group are just not smooth enough. Like, it seems as if everything just seems a bit too long, as if the video just extended. And I don't know, look, it just looks a little bit... Let's watch it again so you understand it. It just looks a little bit as if they are too programmed to do something and it's not snappy enough. They should have maybe edited with another scene or another shot, maybe 2 more shots, because it just seems very staged compared to the rest. I mean, let's look at this together, okay, very quickly. Just looks a little bit staged. A little bit too much. Still my favorite scene from everything so far. A little bit of a missed opportunity there as well. I don't know. You know, I think they're supposed to add a bit of like a scare factor with the faces behind them, but there's something about it that doesn't really do it for me. Maybe they should have just kept the background black and then they should have turned on lights and then their faces appear. But there's something about this where it's, I'm not really sure. Like, do you understand what I mean? Like, do you think this is a good shot or not? I want to hear your opinion as well. So make sure to put it in the comments below. Nice, nice. Really cool, beautiful shots. Again, the underwater shot is also really nice. I always get amazed by how they pull it off. I have no idea, but I can imagine it's a swimming pool. Then they have like a backdrop that is most likely black. And then they have some lights on the top that create basically this light source, you know, the lights coming from the top and also a light in the water itself. It's still fascinating, you know, how they pull it off. I never looked into it, but maybe I should one day. I mean, for a small group, you know, you can see they're saving a lot of money on the budget when we talk about the sets. But for what it is, you know, they're really doing their best here, you know. What was that? Like, why did the camera just go bounce up and down? Look at this. It's bouncing up, up and down. Why? Why? Nothing was happening on the scene that correlates with that movement. Why would you do this? Like what was going on there? Did they not just, what? Again, for me, you know, some people might say this is not a mistake, this is an artistic choice. For me, it's more like, why isn't it an artistic choice? There is just nothing that says that the camera should look up or down. Maybe if they jumped, then there is a reason for it to go down, and when they go down, it should pan down again. But in this sense, I don't really understand some of the elements that we see in this video. I really wish I could be on these sets one day. You know, maybe I can reach out to, which group is this? You know, one decade to say like, hey, are you looking for a videographer? I would love to be on set with you guys one once, you know, to see, like, what do you guys think? Do you think I should reach out to them once or not? There's something about it where, and this could be a Korean mentality. Like I've witnessed this quite a lot in Korea, where when it looks good enough, they would neglect the issues and just say, we're done, you know, this is as good as it can. But why? Why can I see it in the first time watching this video, but why can they not see it after reviewing it most likely 10, 20 times over and over again? It's such a weird choice sometimes what we see in MVs. And it's not only these smaller groups, it's also some bigger groups, you know? Nice. Damn, beautiful colors here. A little bit of a space atmosphere. Most likely some green screen. You can see that again. It just looks a little bit too fake, but the color-wise, it looks really beautiful. Nice transition. Ah, here comes the rap part. Who is this guy, by the way? He really looks as if he owns the show. Like, he is my favorite so far. He really just seems as if he's in his role, and I like that. Really cool. Really nice. Also very nice with the silhouettes. I wonder if they could have just silhouetted it purely with them being pure black, while I don't know if that's even possible. But, you know, where the extras are really pure black and he just stands out, maybe make everything just pure black, you know, a pure silhouette shot. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think this is nice? Do you think this is not nice? I'm curious. This is beautiful though, like real hats off to them there. How long are these guys actually in the business? Some of their works, okay, some of their works or some of their movements, they seem like as if they're still calculating. It seems as if it doesn't feel natural. I mean, let's look at this, for example. You can see them like looking at the floor and maybe this is the plan, but then they're like, okay, now I need to move to the left or to the right. Like, it seems as if you can still calculate it by looking at their faces. Very interesting to see it, actually. I've never noticed this before, but with them, it's really noticeable. This is really, you know, there are two shots that I think are, there are three shots now actually. It's the space shot, it's the one with this one guy in the forest with the green light underneath him, and the water shots. They're my favorite shots so far of this entire MV. Really just well calculated and they look really nice. Holy crap, what was that for a transition? That was really good. One sec. Okay, there's a bit of a difference, but that was quite smooth, like, nice. So what do I think of this MV? Man, there's just like, I'm just trying to think about it, and that is maybe that it seems as if they're trying to do a little bit of too much of everything. They want to have beauty shots, which is cool. They want to have a bit of a story that I am going to be honest about, I don't really understand it. Like, the shots don't really do a lot for me. And then they also try to make it a little bit into a choreo type of video. The choreo is cool, but it also just seems as if they didn't edit it nicely enough for itself, because it just seems as if it's like, okay, we're watching them do their thing. They're still doing their thing. Okay, when is the next shot coming? I'm not saying it's bad to have long shots, but, you know, shots should still show something. They should still deliver something cool, you know, that is onto the beat. As many people say, and I totally agree now, that if you want to look at the dance choreography all in one take, you can do that on a practice or something like that. But when it comes to an MV, it should still have meaning. You know, a shot should still have a meaning. And it seems as if some of them are lacking. Like, the creativity is there, but it just doesn't seem as well executed, if that even makes sense. Like, what do you guys actually think of it? Like, do you enjoy this MV? Do you not? I think Tan, there is a lot of room for you to improve. And that's a good thing. Don't think that's bad. That only means you can get better. There are a lot of big groups where all of a sudden the expectations are super high and they can drop much quicker. But you guys, you can really push it through. So I'm not really sure where this is going to go to in the future with them. But Cheyan, I just want to say thanks for actually, you know, showing this to me. For me, this is just very interesting, because it just shows that it's nice to see people grow slowly. You know, it's nice to see where they're going to be in 5 years. Let's see about that together. But guys, what do you actually think? And now I'm actually on the big screen. Did you enjoy this MV? Did you not? If you did, make sure to put it in the comments below. If you didn't, make sure to put it in the comments below. And of course, if you did enjoy the video that you saw right now, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribed, and I'll see you on the next videos. Guys, stay safe, stay healthy, And I'll be there on the Discord and on Patreon. So I'll catch you then, and mwah.